What is up, my veggies? My name is VTR, and welcome back to another episode review on The Last of Us. This is episode 7, Left Behind. Let's look at the synopsis real quick. As Joel fights to survive, Ellie looks back on the night that changed everything. For those of you that are familiar with the game, this episode basically tells what is in the DLC, the Left Behind DLC. They called the episode the same title. And I might make some people annoyed or angry or anything like that because of my thoughts on this episode, because I was not a big fan. When it comes to TV shows and everything, I'm not a big fan of when you're in the middle of an intense thing and then you cut to a flashback for a whole episode or something else completely different going on. I'm not the biggest fan of that, even though what I hoped for this episode, like this story, they would go through the entire show and then release this as kind of a special, kind of like the DLC, but I know that's asking for a little much, I guess. But another reason, that's one of the reasons why I'm not a big fan of this episode, but that's not really the episode itself's fault. That's just like a personal preference, I guess. Also, I feel this episode is mishandled. I really feel like this episode is mishandled. Because obviously Ellie is still being good at being Ellie. You get to see more of Ellie before we met her with Joel and everything. But what I don't like about this episode is how it just feels a lot more, I don't know, not as developed as it is in the game. And that's one of the first real big criticisms I have had with the show, just with this episode, because like so far I've loved the show, but I really did not. I didn't say I hate this episode or didn't like it. I just think it is much weaker than every other episode we've had, because I feel like the chemistry between the characters is not done that well here in comparison to the game. Like, it just feels, I don't know, it feels like there's not any chemistry there, like in the way they're trying to present it. I legit thought for a second, like, oh, they're really going to differentiate that much from the game. I was like, oh, no, they didn't. But it doesn't feel like it does in the game, if that makes sense, where it actually feels earned and everything. Now, the emotional moments where we find out how Ellie got infected and everything and all that is done well. That is still my main problem, is the relationship between the two characters. Ellie and Riley are not done as well here as they are in the game. I don't know if it's the actors, I don't know if it's the script or what, but something just didn't feel as powerful as it did in the game. I don't know what, but besides that, that's my main problem with this episode, and that's like the driving force of this episode, is that. So it's kind of hard for me to like, okay, what else was good about it, and like I can just ignore that because it's kind of the main point of the episode. And obviously, I don't want to jump into this as early, but clearly everyone else disagrees with me, because the critics rating is on the episode is a 97, but I really feel this episode is a lot weaker. I really do, in comparison to the rest of the show. It's not a bad episode, though. I still think they did what they were trying to accomplish. I just don't feel like it was accomplished that well. I didn't feel the chemistry with the characters. I didn't feel it felt more just like a really good friendship. And it's just clearly not what the game is, what the story is giving you, and they do it so much better in the game than they do here. That's just from my perspective. Maybe to some other people, it's like, oh, I think it was handled or translated perfectly or done better in here than me personally. I just like didn't feel it as much as I did with the game. Um, Overall, though, we get to see more clicker stuff and infected. We get to see more. We don't have seen a lot of that. We get it every now and again, but we got to see more of it here. Uh, Also, we get to see a little bit. We get to see like how important Joel has become to Ellie with the little parts at the end of the beginning of the episode and the end of the episode. Um, Another thing that I think loses the heart of this story, the Left Behind DLC story, is the fact that like there's a scene where they play video games together. In the actual game, they have to pretend and like act as if like they're pretending, and like it's like during the game, it's like all you see is a bunch of it's just a black screen, and they're just imagining. You're supposed to imagine it too. Here, they actually have power to the arcade, and it doesn't. I don't know. It doesn't feel as loses some of the magic because like it's like, oh, okay, they're getting to experience this, but like I think the magic of it was like I don't know. This is my, and that's not. I'm not against them changing things. I'm not against it. It's just like something. I think this made everything else that I've changed is kind of improved upon the game. But this episode, it's just I don't hate the episode. I'm not trying to sound like I'm criticizing the episode for doing something different, for changing things up and everything, and but I just feel like a lot of it is a bit weaker here. And if you love this episode, more power to you. I love that people can like things and I don't. Um, and I don't hate this episode. I just think that it could have been done better. Some of the relationship could have been built upon more. Actually, like I don't know, make the actual chemistry feel like it's the kind of chemistry that I want to do is there because it did not feel like it was there to me. Um, but then again, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's all there, and I don't know. Like the characters, okay, don't be wrong. The characters have good chemistry together. It just doesn't feel like like it does in the game. It feels more like a friendship than I don't know what if they were going for that or what. It's like some stuff I don't know. I'm being I don't know. I like the episode. I just wish they would have translated that a little better from the game to the show. I don't know. I didn't hate the episode, but I really think it could have been a better episode. And also, I didn't love the DLC either. Like I enjoyed it. Don't get me wrong, but like I don't know what I mean. I really like the DLC. What am I talking about? No, I really like the DLC in The Last of Us. I don't know why I was about to say I didn't. Um, but it's just this episode could have been so much better, and it just wasn't. And it could be because like it throwing us back into the it throwing us back in time, and I don't know. Because the whole point of the episode is to show that like Ellie is like this is how she kind of like felt before when like she's not gonna let bad things happen again. It's something like that. It's like it's hard for me to put into words. Um, but I really do enjoy what this episode was trying to do, and I still like the episode. I just think it's weaker, and I do think it's the weakest episode of the show so far. But that's just my opinion. I'd really like to know what you guys think down in the comments, because personally, I'm just really interested in knowing what you guys thought of the episode. I just wasn't the biggest fan of this episode. I still liked it. Personally, I'd probably would just give it a. I didn't hate the episode. It wasn't unbearable. I didn't really, but I'd have to go and say, just, I don't know, because you know what? Let's go right down the middle. I'll give it a 2.5. I don't think the episode's bad, and also my ratings are all over the place. It's not. It's just, I don't know. I don't know. The ratings mean different things for me at different times, I guess. I liked the episode. I just wish they would have elaborated on some things more and actually made the chemistry feel a lot stronger. To me, it did not feel like it was there in the way that they wanted to present it. And I'm not the only one that thought this. I watched this with a couple of friends, and they thought the same thing. So tell me down in the comment section what you guys think of the episode. Am I just completely crazy on my thoughts about this episode? Let me. Okay, my camera kind of cut out. Okay, I don't know what caused that. Okay, but I don't know how much of my camera got cut out during that, but I hope you guys did enjoy this review, though. Let me know what you guys think of the episode down in the comment section below. Do you agree with me? Do you think I'm completely crazy? And maybe I am. Maybe I just didn't understand the episode like some other people would. I don't know. But like I said, I just think they could have done some things better. They could have really made the chemistry a lot more interesting and actually made it feel better, I think. I don't know. I just felt like this is captured way better in the game than it was here. And I'm not, I sound like I'm trying to criticize the episode. I'm not. But that's all I've got to say for the review. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments, and I will see you guys in the next one. I'm literally about to go watch the next episode right now. So, bye.